Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are fine, healthy, and sound. And now I proceed forward with exercise 7.4 and let us try to finish off this triangles chapter. So, if I start with, I hope you all are carrying the textbook with you. So, 7.4, first one, if I start with, show that in a right angle triangle, first of all, going forward with this, before I really start with this, I have to make some concepts clear. And what are the concepts of this? The concepts of this is, see my dear students, what are they telling? If supposing any triangle is there, if I say in a triangle, this is the longest side. Supposing I say A, B, C. BC is the longest side. AC is shorter than BC and AB is the shortest side. So how it is? BC is greater than AC and AC is greater than AB. It is like this. Then remember, side opposite to greater angle is greater. That means if, this is reverse, sides we have spoken of. So now because we have already talked about side, so we will have to talk about, compare the angles now. Angle opposite to greater side is greater. So the BC is greatest. The side BC is greatest. So what is the angle opposite to BC? A. The angle BAC will be greater than. Now who is opposite to side AC? Opposite to side AC is angle ABC. Will be angle ABC. That will be greater than. Angle opposite to side AB is this, angle ACB. This will be then. Angle BAC will be the greatest angle. Angle ABC will be the smaller than angle BAC and angle ACB will be the smallest of all. Means actually BAC will be the greatest, angle ABC will be smaller and angle ACB will be the smallest. Angle opposite to smallest angle will be smallest. Angle opposite to greatest angle will be greatest. And same thing will be applicable if supposing we have got angles are greater. Supposing if I have got P, Q, R. Supposing if this angle is greatest, this angle is smaller and this is smallest. They will give you angle QPR is greater. QPR is greater than angle PQR. And this is greater than angle PRQ. That means this is smallest. So we will tell now side, because angles are given, we are comparing the side. Side opposite to greater angle is greater. Side opposite to greater angle. Now, side opposite to QPR will be which one? Angle QR, side QR. Therefore, we will get side QR will be greater. Side opposite to PQR will be PR. Side PR will be greater. The side opposite to PRQ. PRQ is this. PQ. Are you getting? Just write the sides opposite to the angles, that information that you have got, or angles opposite to the, in that same arrangement you write. Automatically you will get right, I think. And one more thing you have to understand, my dear students. See, one more thing you have to understand. See, if supposing I have got, means there are few more things you have to do. They are basically the common logics that you have to apply. Supposing if I have got angle PRQ is greater than angle PQR. This one is greater than this one. Okay. And then what will happen? If supposing if I add angle PRQ is greater than, sorry, angle PRQ and angle PQR are greater. Okay, fine. PRQ is greater, PQR is smaller. If supposing I add here angle ABC and here also I add angle ABC, then what do you think now? Who will be greater? See, PRQ is greater than PQR and angle ABC and angle ABC are equal. So definitely now this will still be greater because PRQ was greater. Okay, PRQ was greater and PQR is smaller. When equal things are added to both, the sum this will be even now greater. These are some common logics that we have to understand, my dear student. Similarly, if supposing I have got angle ABC, what am I doing? Angle ABC and angle ABC over here. If I subtract angle PRQ, now see this is something different, and from here PQR. See, PRQ is greater than angle PQR. Okay, and I subtract angle PRQ from ABC and PQR from ABC. Now what will happen? Who will be greater? Remember, my dear students, when you are going to subtract, now see here, if PR angle ABC is equal to angle ABC and from this angle ABC you are going to subtract a bigger share. You are going to subtract a bigger share. From here you are going to subtract a smaller share. Just imagine that there is a cake. A full cake is there. Okay, there are two equal amount of cakes, equal cakes. Somebody comes and takes out 1/4 of a cake. Okay, 1/4 of a cake from here. Somebody comes and takes out something slightly bigger than the 1/4 of a cake. So this one is smaller, this cut is smaller, you have cancelled something smaller. From here you have cancelled something bigger. Here what you have cancelled is bigger, here you have cancelled is smaller. So what will remain? This will be bigger or this will be bigger? Definitely this will be bigger because you have taken out a smaller amount from here and from here you have taken out a bigger amount. So here this will be greater and this will be smaller. है ना? Because this is something extra that you have taken out from here. See. So when you, from the equal amount, when you take out a bigger amount, so what remains will be smaller. So from ABC you have taken out a bigger amount from here. So this will be smaller and from here you have taken a smaller amount. So this will be bigger. These are some common logics and common senses that you have to apply, my dear students. Okay. So now as we go forward, just a minute, can I adjust this? Some problem with my specs. Okay, now as we go forward, now let us see how we enter into the exercise. Okay, let us start with the exercise. Where is my page? I've again lost it. Now I have that. So in the first question, what are they asking us to do is that show that in a right angle triangle the hypotenuse is the longest side. Means actually here if we say given in triangle PQR, angle PQR is equal to 90 degrees. Sum has to be, it is a right angle triangle. So one angle is 90 degree and you have to prove hypotenuse is the longest side. Which is the hypotenuse? Side opposite to right angle is the hypotenuse. PR is largest or longest side. Means PR is larger than PQ and QR. Okay, separately. So here what we will have to do, see, one thing is definite. This is 90 degree. Angle PQR is 90 degree. So what do you think will be angle P and angle PQR? If I consider angle P alone and angle PQR, angle P will be smaller than angle Q and angle R also will be smaller than angle Q. Yes or no? Yes, because see, this is 90 degree and sum of this will be 90 degree. Why? Because we know that sum of an angle of a triangle is 180 degree. This we know. See, sum of angle of a triangle is 180 degree. When sum of the angle of all the three angles is 90 degree, is 180 degree, sorry. Sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Sum of all the angles, all the three angles is 180 degree. This alone has taken out 90 degree. So now what are they have? They have left only 90 degrees among them to distribute. Means 90 degree will be divided among them. So this alone will be less than 90 degree, this alone will be less than 90 degree. Therefore, when you compare this with 90 degree, this has to be less than 90 degree when you compare them alone, and this also has to be less than 90 degree when you compare them alone. Of course, among them they can be anything, can be any angle. This can be greater than this or this can be greater than this. That we can't predict. But definitely when we compare this angle and this angle at a time, then this will be greater than this angle. At the same time, this will be greater than this angle at a time. But then we have to bring this to notice and we have to show it. So here what we will tell, by angle sum property of a triangle, angle PQR plus angle QPR plus angle QRP is equal to 180 degree. Now we know this is 90 degree. Therefore, 90 degree plus angle QPR plus angle QRP is equal to 180 degree. So this 90 degree shifts over there and you get angle QPR plus angle QRP is equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree. So you get angle QPR plus angle QRP is equal to 90 degree. Right? When you add these two, are you getting these two? When you add these two, it will be 90 degree. This will always happen in a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, when one angle is a 90 degree, the other two has to be acute angles. Means they are going to be less than 90 degree. Therefore, if you compare alone, angle QPR is less than 90 degree and angle QRP also will be less than 90 degree if you take them alone, because sum of them is equal to 90 degree. So if I compare alone with 90 degree, so this also will be less than 90 degree and this also will be less than 90 degree. Therefore, angle PQR is greatest angle of triangle PQR, since side opposite to greatest angle is greatest. Therefore, now which is the side opposite to PQR? PR is greatest side of triangle PQR. This is in detail properly shown presentation. Therefore, hypotenuse is always the greatest side of a triangle PQR. So first you have to show that this is going to be 90 degrees. Sum of this is going to be 90 degree. By angle sum property, you will be able to show that sum of these two angles is going to be 90 degree. And therefore, at one given time, this QPR will be less than 90 degree because the sum of them is 90 degree. So this will be less than 90 degree and this also will be less than 90 degree. Therefore, PQR is the greatest angle because PQR is 90 degree. You can write here, since angle PQR is equal to 90 degree. Given. Because PQR is 90 degree, so QPR is less than PQR and QRP also is less than PQR. Therefore, angle PQR is the greatest angle and therefore, side opposite to angle PQR will be greatest side. Okay, my dear students, so with this we have understood this and let's go to question number 2. In question number 2, they have given us the diagram. Sides AB and AC of triangle ABC are extended to points P and Q. See, means what they are trying to do. They have given us this triangle A, BC, like this they are, A, B, C. And then they tell AB and AC of triangle ABC are extended, means this side is extended. And similarly, AC also is extended like this. Fine. To point P and this is point Q. Fine. Also angle PBC is smaller than angle QCB. So PBC is smaller, angle QCB is greater. Means actually I'll purposely write here 2, so for us to remember, to understand that this is 2, means this is greater and this is smaller. Angle PBC is smaller than angle QCB. Okay, so all these things you have to write. Given angle PBC is smaller than angle QCB. To prove, what are we supposed to prove? AC is greater than AB. Okay, so here what we will have to do is this. Again we will take the help of 180 degree. Here we will tell that this is, we will apply angles in linear pair over here. We will apply angles in linear pair over here. I hope you remember lines and angles. Here also we will apply angles in linear pair. Here also we will apply angles in linear pair. And then we will, do we have to do that? Yes. Just a minute. Yes. I'm just trying to see if we can do in some other way also. Angle PBC is, the sides AB and AC of triangle ABC are extended, nothing more than that. So, acha, we have to prove over the, okay, fine. Sides we have to prove, sides. So here also same thing will happen. And now actually there is one very, I really like to do such type of questions because there is some naughtiness there in this question. See, of course, because angle ABC plus angle CBP is equal to 180 degree, right? I am applying angles in linear pair over here. Angle ABC plus angle CBP is equal to 180 degree. Similarly here, angle ACB plus angle BCQ, angle ACB plus angle BCQ is also equal to 180 degree, and reason for both is angles in linear pair. Fine. Now what do I have? Because these both are congruent, 1, 2. Therefore, angle ABC plus angle CBP is equal to angle ACB plus angle BCQ. And now you have to be careful, my dear students. This is from 1 and 2. Now if you will notice, we have got angle ABC plus angle CBP is equal to angle ACB plus angle. Are you getting? This whole and this whole are equal. But angle, what is given? PBC. PBC is actually less than angle QCB. This is given. Now see here, PBC is this. PBC is this and QCB is this. Try to understand, my dear students. See, actually this is, individually this is greater than this. This is greater than this. And after adding ACB to this and CBP to this, they have become equal. Means when we add this ABC to this and QCB, are you getting? When we add ABC to this and ACB to this, then the sum has become equal. That means otherwise individually this is lesser, this is lesser. So to make them equal, definitely who has to be bigger? Among ABC and ACB, who has to be bigger? See, otherwise this is smaller and this is greater. This is smaller and this is greater. After adding ABC over here and adding ACB over here, they have become equal. So how did they equalize? Who has to be greater over here? Among ABC and ACB, who has to be greater? Definitely from 3 and 4, we get that angle ABC See, this is smaller. This has become equal. ये जाके इसके equal बन गया. This just went and could become equal to this. Why this smaller could become equal to this? Because this ABC has been greater. At the same time, why this greater, which was actually greater over here, has become equal? Because who came and met him was actually smaller. So angle ABC has to be greater than angle ACB. This is a common sense that you have to understand. Not a very common sense. This is simple but really very nice thought it requires. That's why I told you it is a slight naughtiness. Why it is naughty? Because see, actually QCB is greater than PBC. But after adding an angle over here and after adding an angle over here, some angle over here, some angle over here, they have become equal. Why this happened? Why this greater angle became equal? Because what got added to this greater was actually smaller in quantity, and what added to this smaller was actually greater in quantity. That's why after addition this fellow became equal, and this fellow also became equal, because one who came and met him was actually smaller, one who came and met him was actually greater. That's why angle ABC has to be greater than angle ACB, and this is very important logic. Okay, this is from 3 and 4, comparing 3 and 4. The angle ABC is greater than angle ACB we have got. Now you will tell, since side opposite to greater angle is greater, therefore angle ABC का greater side is which one? Opposite side is which one? Angle ABC का opposite side is AC, and this you will copy as it is, whatever it is. Angle ACB का opposite side is AB, and this is what you have to prove. This will come automatically, you don't have to run behind it. Okay, so slightly, actually same logic. In the first question you took some angle property, and the second question you are taking angles in linear pair and equating them. When you equate them, and then you have to remind that actually this is what is given, angle PBC is greater than angle QCB, and then you have to correlate them. Okay, my dear students, so with this we finish question number 2. Now we go to question number 3. In question number 3, so this is AB, and then there is BC also given, and then this is connected over here, and then this is connected over here. Okay, this is A, B, C, D, O. Okay, and in given what you have, angle B is greater than angle, is smaller than angle A. Angle B is smaller than angle A. Angle B is smaller than angle A, means angle A is going to be greater. We can write it in this fashion, but definitely you have to understand that this comparison is limited to this triangle. And at the same time angle C is smaller than angle D, means when I compare these two triangles, then at that time this is smaller and this is greater. Remember, in no way I am comparing 1 and 3. Among 1 and 3, who is greater and who is smaller, I don't know. Among 2 and 4, who is greater and who is smaller, I don't know. I know only among this. In one triangle, this law is applicable only among the triangles, among the angles of the same triangle. Side opposite to greater angle is greater is applicable only to the angles in that triangle. You can't take angle of this triangle and angle of this triangle and then compare, say that because this is greater, this has to be greater than this. No, because you have to take angle of one triangle and then apply rule over there. Okay, so here we get angle B is smaller than angle A. Okay, and angle C is smaller than angle D. To show or to prove, what we have to prove, AD is smaller than BC. This whole AD is smaller than this whole BC. Okay, don't go bother. See here, whatever they have given, apply the rule in that those triangles. In triangle ABO, angle B is smaller than angle A. This is given. Again you will tell the same thing, since side opposite to greater angle is greater. Fine. Side opposite to greater angle is greater. Therefore, what will you get? Therefore, now here side opposite to angle B is which one over here? This is in triangle ABO. Side opposite to this will be AO. So in opposite to angle B, I will write AO. Remember, you have to write the same side which is opposite to this. Under that same thing you write. Don't mix up with this, otherwise you will be in problem. Side will be written opposite side will be written under that only, and this should be copied as it is. And side opposite to angle A will be side BO. This you will get. So this is your 1. Same things you will do in triangle ODC. Here what is given? Angle C is smaller than angle D. C is smaller than angle D. So again here you will get, okay, again since side opposite to greater angle is greater. Side opposite to angle C, which will be which one? OD. OD will be smaller than angle D. Side opposite to that will be OC. OC. Now see the same arrangement you require over here and over here. Same arrangement means same like this. Okay, this is also facing opening towards right, and this is also opening towards right. Then you can say adding equation 1 and 2. The left hand side will add with the left hand side because they are all facing in the same side. AO plus OD will still be less because two lesser sides are getting added. BO is BO plus OC. This is BO is greater than AO and OC is greater than OD. BO is getting, BO which is greater is actually getting still greater side only added to it. That's why this greatness will continue. So this is the condition, and this is what? Third. Now sub questions. But AO plus OD is what? AO plus OD is AD, because A dash O dash D, and BO plus OC is what? BO plus OC. BO plus OC is BC. Is BC because B dash O dash C, they are in this arrangement. These are given. Since. Therefore, from 3, 4, 5. From 3, 4, 5. We get, in place of AO plus OD, I will write AD is less than. In place of BO plus OC, I will write BC. And that is what we want. Okay. Okay, my dear students, so with this I hope you all are understanding what is happening in the question. Okay, and then we move forward to question number 4. Question number 4. Here they have given a quadrilateral. Again, actually, if you will see, it is not very different from the first one. Only thing is that it is reversed. DC is coming over here. This is a quadrilateral. Fine. This is A, this is B, C, and D. Okay. A, B, C, and D. And here they have told AB and CD are respectively the smallest and longest side of the. AB is the smallest side of this quadrilateral. In given, AB is smallest and DC is longest side of quadrilateral ABCD. Fine. So of course means AB is smallest, means AB is smaller than BC. It is smaller than AD also and DC also. And DC is largest, means DC is larger than AD and it is larger than BC also. It is larger than any of the three. Now here we have to show or to prove. What do we have to prove? Angle A is greater than angle C. First is this. Second, we have to prove angle B is greater than angle D. Okay. Angle A is greater than angle C. Angle B is greater than angle D. Fine. No botheration actually speaking. Here one thing is there, but construction you will require. You will have to require draw. Maybe you will have to draw it 2 times. See here, once you can take anything. Second time also you can take the remaining one. Am I in the range? This is like this. Fine. Now see here we have got A, B, C, D. So construction, draw diagonal. Anyone you can take. Anyone. AC. Now see, AB is the shortest side. So in triangle ABC I will have to use this concept of AB smaller than BC. Okay. And here DC is the largest side. So first I compare. I go in one in triangle ABC. If I compare, I don't know about AC. I don't know about AC. Diagonal AC will be among diagonal AC and BC, or even AC and AB. I can't comment anything on that because AC is a new side, it has come over there. But definitely I know AB is smaller than BC because AB is the smallest side of the quadrilateral ABCD. Therefore comparison, when I compare AB and BC, AB will be smaller. This is given. Since angle opposite to greater side is greater, therefore angle opposite to AB will be which one? Angle ACB. Angle ACB will be actually smaller. Angle opposite to BC will be which one? Angle BAC. Angle BAC. This is my 1. I am purposely writing in this fashion so that you will be able to compare, but actually while solving vertical fashion. In triangle, now I am going in this triangle ADC, in triangle ADC. Here I can compare between DC and AD. DC is actually greater than AD, right? Because it is greatest. This is given. Therefore, again, since angle opposite to greater side is greater, so DC opposite, which is angle opposite DC, is angle DAC. Angle DAC will be greater than angle opposite to AD will be, I will have to come this is angle, but I will have to start from DCA. Angle DCA, this is 2. Now see, this variation is there, so I will lift it over here, angle shifted over here. Angle DCA is smaller than angle DAC. We should have same sign. Now adding 1 and 2 because now they are same signs. So left hand side plus left hand side will give me angle ACB plus angle DCA will be still smaller than angle right hand side BAC plus angle DAC. This is going to be my 3. But angle ACB plus angle DCA, ACB plus this is ACB plus DCA is this. If I add these two, this will be complete angle, angle DCB, and angle, which one is this? BAC. BAC is this angle, say angle addition property, BAC plus DAC. DAC is again this angle. If I add this, BAD, okay, angle BAC plus angle DAC will be angle BAD. Reason for both is angle addition property. Okay, this angle ACB plus angle DCA is complete angle BCD. Similarly here angle BAC, this angle plus angle DAC will be complete angle BAD. Okay, and then substituting 3, 4, 5 from 3, 4 and 5 we get, what do we get? In place of this I will write angle DCB is going to be still smaller than angle BAD. In short, angle DCB is which angle? Angle C is less than angle A. Means this is only angle A is greater than angle C. Now if you want, you can do this, otherwise you can just write similarly, otherwise you will have to prove it. Drawing diagonal BD, we can prove angle B is greater than angle D. I hope you all are getting this. You all can try this. This I give you for homework. It is like this: A, B, C, D. Now what you will do? You will draw this. So now you will compare. AB is smaller, then AD you will get. Therefore, angle opposite to AB will be this. This will be a smaller angle and this will be a greater angle, because this is smallest, right? And here you will get DC is the greatest, so DC will be greater than BC. DC will be greater than BC. So when I compare this, this will be greater and this will be smaller. So these are two smaller. When you add these two smaller angles and you add these two smaller angles, you will get this angle ADC smaller than angle B, right? This will be smaller than angle B. Angle B is greater than angle D. Okay, this is how you have to do. If it is asked only for 2 marks, so you can just write it similarly, drawing diagonals BD, diagonal BD, we can prove angle B is greater than angle. But if same thing is asked for 3 marks or 4, then you will have to actually draw and prove it. Okay, this question number 5. In question number 5, PR is greater than PQ. There is another triangle again. Sorry. This is the PQR. Here they have told PR is greater than PQ. Okay, and then we have got here a bisector comes from bisector of angle QPR. This is a bisector of angle QPR and it meets over here at S. Okay, so here we get, in given what we have got, PR is greater than PQ. This PR is greater than PQ and angle PQS is equal to angle QPS, angle QPS. Angle QPS is equal to angle RPS. This is given. Fine. So to prove angle PSR, this is angle PSR is greater than angle PSQ, is greater than angle PSQ. See, what is greater, what is smaller, this will come on its own, provided you are applying the rules properly. What we have to do over here, see this, here you have to remember the concepts, nothing more than that. Of course, in the first case, in triangle PQR as a whole, PR is greater than PQ. This is given. Fine. PR is greater than PQ. Therefore, angle, since angle opposite to greater side is greater, angle opposite to PR. PR is this. I am talking of triangle PQR. Remember, I am talking of triangle PQR. PR, the angle opposite to PR will be angle P Q R will be greater than, angle opposite to PQ will be PRQ, angle PRQ. Why this? I hope, see, it's very important when you are, that's why it's very important to give the address that you are in triangle PQR. That's why you will be talking about angle of triangle PQR. This will not come in picture as in now. So this is done. Now what you will do, you will apply angle sum property over here in triangle PQS. In triangle PQS by angle sum property, angle PQS plus angle PSQ plus angle QPS is equal to 180 degree, and then in triangle PSR again by same sum angle property or angle sum property, what you will get, angle PQS, angle PSR plus angle PRS plus angle RPS is equal to 180 degree. So comparing 2 and 3, from 2 and 3, you can see that these both are 180 degree, 180 degree, therefore you will get, now see, pay attention, angle PQS plus angle PSQ plus angle QPS is equal to angle PSR plus angle PRS plus angle RPS. But here if you see, because we have got QPS is congruent to RPS, QPS is congruent to RPS, so I'll shift this, both will get cancelled. You can see why they are getting cancelled, because they are the opposite side having, because if you will shift it over here, it will become RPS minus QPS. RPS, because this is plus over here, it will go over there, it will become minus. This is plus QPS, plus angle QPS will go there, become minus angle QPS. Angle RPS minus angle QPS, because they both are equal, they will get cancelled. So what stays is angle PQS plus angle PSQ is equal to angle PSR plus angle sorry, angle PRS. Here, since angle QPS is equal to angle RPS, it's given. So this is what you have got. Now see, pay attention my dear students. Same question as we had got in question number 2. PQS, PSQ, PSR, PRS. Okay, they are equal. But what is given? Given here you have got. But from 1, what we get? Angle PQR is actually greater than angle PRQ. Means angle PQR is nothing but angle PQS. Same angles, different name. PRQ is nothing but angle PRS. They are same angles, different names. Now if you see here, actually PQS is greater than PRS. Same thing, PQS actually is greater than angle PRS. Individually, PQS is greater than PRS, and after adding PSQ and adding PSR to the sides, they have got equated. So definitely this PSQ, this is greater, na? PQS is greater. This PSQ, angle PSQ has to be lesser than angle PSR, because after adding PSR, PRS has become equal to angle PQS. Are you getting? After adding here, you should have compared over here. See, actually PQS is greater than angle PRS. PQS is greater than angle PRS. But after, this is smaller, but after adding PSR over there, it has got equal to that. That means PSR has to be greater, and PSQ you added, but then PQS became equal, which was actually greater. That means PSQ has to be smaller. Therefore, PSQ is smaller than angle PSR. this is from comparing 5 4 and 5 from 4 5 comparing 4 and 5. Are you getting? And then we get that angle PSQ is smaller than angle PSR. Therefore angle PSR actually is greater than angle PSQ. Okay, is greater than angle PSQ. So with this we have finished exercise 7.4, I suppose. So with this I declare this chapter triangles also is over, and revise this, my dear students. I hope you all have understood this chapter and prepare well for your exams. Okay, my dear students, stay home, stay safe, and most important, stay happy, my dear students. Love you all. See you all